Okay. Uh, so let's start. So we will discuss regarding this system landscape. So system landscape. Okay, let me share my screen first. I had sent you one document. Did you see?
Yes, yes,
Okay. I'll just open it. You can see my document now, no?
yes, it's visible.
Okay, see. So what is meant by system landscape is system landscapes are nothing but the number of servers are the collection of systems in our project. Okay. So wh- this is very important. Means in interview they'll ask you what is your system landscape. And again, while you're working also, this is very important. You need to know how to in which systems you are working and what is your landscape and how the transports has to be moved from one system to another system in the sequence. Okay. So so when you come to the implementation project and support projects, so the number of servers will be different. But usually, most commonly, most of the projects, whether it is an implementation or it is a support, they'll be having three systems. One is development system, quality system, and production system.
Production.
Okay. So while you're practicing what you're doing, you are using only one system, right? So when you double click on this, it will open one system, and there you can see the client zero, na? While you're
Yes,
practicing,
yes,
right? That's what it was happening now. But in real time, that is not the case. That is not the case. You will be having three systems. Okay, you will be having three systems, three servers. One is development, one is quality, one is production. First, let's take an example how it goes in implementation project. Okay, in implementation project, first what they will do is you'll be having a sandbox. Okay, first they'll give access to some projects will have sandbox, but most of the 99% will have sandboxes. First, without sandbox, no project will run. What is the use of this sandbox? Sandbox means now you're practicing, right? Whatever the client 800, in the same way in real time there will be a client sandbox. So in the initial stage of the project, they will create a sandbox. You need to do the configuration in the sandbox, and you need to show the presentation to the client how the process will go into the SAP, because they are new to the SAP, right? So they
yes,
don't know how the process is. So you need to present them. So in order to present them, we need a system. So
yes,
that system is nothing but a sandbox. Understood?
yes.
Clear, na? So in interview, you can tell them that. So I had worked from the initial stage of the project. See, every project will start with a kickoff meeting. After kickoff meeting is nothing but they are starting the project. Okay, so in the kickoff meeting what will happen is the the people who are working in the multiple locations, Bangalore or Hyderabad, you are so many people, you means it's the starting of the project. In that project everyone will be joining and they will explain about the client, and after explaining about the client they will tell you what are your roles and responsibilities.
Explaining about
Means you
client
need
in
to
the sense
handle
what they
GL, or you need
required
to
and all, right?
hmm?
Explain about client means what they required and all, right?
Means they'll tell about the client means what they required, not in the kickoff meeting about the client means means what is the client business, when they had started their business, how many branches they are having, like this they'll give some overview, that's all. And the
Okay.
next thing is they'll tell you with whom you need to work, who is your project, who is your team lead. So all these things will be discussed in this kickoff meeting. After kickoff meeting, the project start. Okay, so when the project is starting, as I said you before, they should follow one methodology. One is we have different kinds of methodology. Na? We have
Hmm.
methodology, agile methodology. Like this, we have different types of methodologies, right?
Hmm.
So you can select, means the client will be selecting any of the methodology, and we need to do the implementation as per that. Okay. Let's take
Okay.
a
What
basic
is agile?
example. Basic example. For example, you are using SF methodology. So in the SF methodology, first what you will do? You will do project preparation, right?
Like,
Project preparation. So after kickoff meeting, you should do project preparation. So in this project preparation, you need to collect the documents from the client, means call as is documents, and you need to give the solutions to them. So here you will be having the workshops.
what is access? What is access?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
Agile and
This is SF methodology. Agile
yes.
methodology is different.
Okay.
Okay. If you want to go to one place, you will be having different routes. In
Hmm.
the same way, for implementing SAP has given different methodology. As per your budget, you can go and you can use those methodology and you can implement for the client.
Hmm.
Now I had selected SM methodology.
Hmm.
In SM methodology, how many steps I am having? Project preparation I am having. I'm having business blueprint. Okay. And I am having realization phase. You can call it as a build phase. This final preparation. Next is go live. So this is the nature of SF methodology. If you are using agile methodology, it is different again. In agile methodology, we'll be having sprints. Sprint 1, sprint 2, backlog, like this, so many things will be there. So you will be confused. So that is the reason I had taken the basic example.
Okay.
Clear? So
So
your
usually they will
resume, you need to
prefer
mention
agile or
which.
agile.
Hmm?
Usually they will prefer agile or agile.
We have so many, man. Most of the projects will use agile. We have
Hmm.
waterfall also. Like,
Hmm.
we have so many things. So at
Hmm.
least you should be familiar with one methodology and
Hmm.
mention in your resume. In interview, if they ask you, you should tell them that
Yes, sir.
by using this methodology, we had implemented SAP for the client.
Hmm. Using SI.
Anything
Hmm.
here. So in next class, we'll discuss about the agile methodology.
Okay.
So now we had done the project preparation. So in this project preparation, what is it? We'll be having the workshops. So now you will be doing the requirement gathering in the workshops. So how you do the requirement gathering is first you need to do the presentation about SAP. How the system looks, the client has to know. So give a sandbox for you. So you need to, it is just like a practice client, like which you are practicing 800 client. So you need to log into it. You need to show them how the process is. Means in S4HANA we have only Fiori apps, na? So you need to show them the Fiori apps. Means like this, first you need to understand their process and then you need to show them in SAP.
Hmm.
Understood?
Hmm.
Clear, na?
Yes.
So afterwards you need to gather the requirements. Means the data. If they are using the ECC system, if they are using a ECC system and they are moving to S4HANA, okay. So all
Hmm.
the data is available in ECC, na?
Hmm.
The data you need to bring collect from ECC and you need to do the configuration setup in S4HANA. That you will be, for that what you will do, you will collect all the data and you will prepare a business blueprint. After blueprint, the build phase. Then you will be doing the configuration. Clear?
Yes.
See, while implementing, in there will be two types. One is ECC to S/4HANA, means SAP to S/4HANA. Next one is non-SAP to S/4HANA.
Hmm.
Understood?
Yes.
ECC to S/4HANA and non-SAP to S/4HANA. When you moving from ECC to S/4HANA, then it is called as a brownfield implementation. When you're
CC plus
implementing from the scratch, it is greenfield implementation.
brownfield and greenfield.
Yes, these are also there's a type of implementation ways.
Okay.
Clear, na?
Yes.
Okay. See here. So now we had gathered the data and prepared one blueprint. I showed you one blueprint. Now how blueprint looks.
Yes.
So after blueprint, what we need to do? We need to do the configuration setup in the system, right?
Yes.
So for doing the configuration setup in the system, what we need? We need a golden client. So now they will create one golden client. Okay, they'll create one golden client. So for example, for this client the number is 800. Example, for this client the number is 100. So here you will be doing the configuration basic settings. For example, company code creation, account groups, tolerance group, posting periods, these and all you will be creating here.
This
Understood?
one we are doing in
Golden
here, right?
client.
Build phase, right? Build phase.
Build phase. Build phase. So you will be doing in the golden client. After creating in the golden client, then next what you need to do? You need to test it, right?
Yes.
So testing cannot be done in the golden client. So there will be one more client for testing. So the type of testing you are doing is unit testing. Unit testing. Understood, na?
Yes.
See,
In
in a
sandbox
in a SAP
we are just
sandbox you can do the configuration, you can do the testing and everything,
hmm.
because you need to show to the client.
Yes.
You need to make the system ready. You need to
Hmm.
log into the sandbox and you need to show one process. For example, you are explaining them tomorrow you have workshop regarding automatic payment program. So
Hmm.
you should give a sample demo. What you do, you log into sandbox, do app configuration. You should not show configuration to them, they don't understand.
Hmm.
To show the process through Fiori apps, how to run app, how you need to mention, and then you need to ask them what are the values required to be maintained in SAP. Means in workshops you need to ask them what are your banks you are following, what are your payments, what are your modes of payments you are using. You need to ask them questions and you need to get the requirement. Clear?
Yes.
Once you get the data, every data you need to maintain in one document, that is blueprint. So once the blueprint is ready, then you need to log into golden client. So in this client you need to set up everything.
Yes.
Clear, na?
Yes.
So after setting up this, then you need to move the transports from here to here.
Hmm.
Because you had done the setup here, right? You did not do the setup in one time, na?
Yes.
So you need to move the transports from 100 to, then you need to do the testing here. Clear? So in
Yes.
SAP we have two screens. One is IMG screen, next one is EC axis.
Yes.
Easy
Hmm.
access. But in S/4HANA, easy access is replaced with Fiori apps, because the clients will be using Fiori apps for their day-to-day postings. They don't use this easy access, right? So you
Yes.
need to do the unit testing with S/4HANA Fiori apps only. Don't use easy access in the real time. So
Hmm.
even though you are having access, no one will use easy access for testing. So you need to do the testing through Fiori apps only.
Okay. Got it.
So in the golden client, you will be having access to both IMG, both IMG screen. So you will be having IMG screen as
And
well
ECS.
as Fury
ECS.
apps.
Furia.
But we'll be doing configuration in IMG. We don't touch the Fury apps because it's the
Okay.
golden client. Testing should not be done. Only customizing should be done.
Okay.
So once you log into the golden client, don't use the Fury apps. Do the customizing here through transport. How you will be moving the changes to unit testing? Through transport. So move it to unit testing client through transport. Here you do the testing. How you will do? Through
Furia.
Fury apps. Understood?
Yes.
So these three clients are there na, 800, 100, 110. All these clients will be under one server. That server is nothing but development server. Means it will be under one box. Understood?
Yes.
So how to access this one is, so when you double click on this one na,
Hmm.
see here development is there na. So when
Hmm.
we double click on this, the system will open and there you can see client 800, right? Hmm?
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, now it's not working. I'll show you when it is. So it will show you as 800, right? Huh?
Hmm.
So what you need to do is you need to remove that 800 and you need to enter 100.
Got it. Got it.
You need to remove 100 and you need to enter 110.
Password and username will be the same, right?
It's up to you.
Ah.
Username will be the same. Password is up to you. Whatever you set up.
Okay.
Okay. So in real time we will access the system like this. Okay.
Yes.
So next. So what is the next server we are having? Quality server, na?
Hmm.
Quality server. Quality server. So in quality server also we'll be having two clients. So one is for integration testing. Hmm?
Hmm.
Integration testing will be having one client. And next one is the other will be user acceptance testing. User acceptance testing, or it can be a training client also. You can put it as user acceptance testing. For this client also it will be 100 and this is also it will be some 120 here.
Yes.
So now what one more thing I forgot to tell you. So once you log into 110 you won't have access to IMG.
Yes. Got it.
IMG will be in display mode. You will be having
Hmm.
access to only Fury apps.
Furia.
So integration testing also you will be having access to only Fury
Furia.
apps. Fury apps. You don't have access to IMG.
Time.
So here also access to only Fury apps. So you don't have access to IMG. Understood?
Yes.
So if you don't have access to IMG, now for example, I am posting some depreciation. So I got an error saying that so account determination is not maintained for this particular asset class. So what
Hmm.
you need to do? You need to go back to golden client, means you need to
Correct.
go to development server. You need to log into golden client. There you need to maintain the asset account determination. So you need to save it in one transport. So transport you need to move from here to development to
Got it.
clear.
Yes. Yes.
Hmm. So how you will move the transport? This is important. I'll ask you one question. So this here we have golden client, na?
Hmm.
Here we have unit testing, na? So
Hmm.
all these clients are under one server, right?
Hmm.
So this integration is testing is in different
Different.
server, right?
Yes. Yes.
So now we have two cases here. How to move the transports from one client to another client within the same server. Listen carefully, it is very important.
Hmm.
Move the transports from one server to another server. So how you move the transport is, see, I had written here, hold on. These are the three main transaction codes which we'll be using for the transports. So the first one is SCC1. SCC1 is nothing but if you want to move the transports from one client to another client within the same server, then you need to use SCC1.
One client to
100
another.
to 110.
Okay.
So you need to log into 110. Just log into 110. So once you log in, transaction code SCC1. So after entering the transaction code SCC1, it will ask for your transport request. So give the
Hmm.
transport request number. Transport request number. Okay, and click on execute. Once you click on execute, whatever the configuration you had done here, it will be moved to unit testing.
Yes.
Clear, na?
Yes.
Okay. Now if I want to move the changes, means the configuration from one server to another server, how you will be moving? So previously what we used to do is, this transport request number is there, no?
Hmm.
So we used to release it. I showed you how to release it, right? The trucks
Hmm.
will be releasing.
Yes.
We need to release it, and we used to give to the basis consultant, and the basis consultant used to move the changes from development server to quality server. Okay,
Hmm.
but now we most of the projects, they are moving the transports from one server to another server using a tool. Okay, so the tool name is charm tool.
Shampoo.
I showed you this one also, the charm
Yes.
tool, which is used to move the transports from one server to another server without the help of the basis consultant. So basis consultant is not required. So if we get access to the charm tool, then we can move the changes from one server to another server. So this one also you can tell in interview. So we can only move it. So we need to log in, we need to click on edit, and we need to move the transport. And next thing is usually in ECC we used to create transports through transaction code SC09, na?
Hmm.
So when you go to SC09, there you can see workbench and customizing requests which are created under your name, right?
Yes.
So now in S4HANA, we are using the charm tool process, no? We should not create the transport using SC09. So we should use the charm tool. So the transport request, whether it is a workbench transport request or customizing transport request. Okay? Workbench transport request or customizing transport request. Both should be created through charm tool.
Okay.
Clear, na?
Yes.
Now, if for example you need a customizing transport request, so log into charm tool, create one customizing transport request. After creating, log into your golden client. Once you log into your golden client, when you go to this transaction code SC09, automatically the request will be available there. You no need to create. So when you're creating this customizing request, the system will ask you to select the client. So you need to select the client 100. So the request will be automatically available there in your golden client.
Yes.
So this is the process which we are following in the projects. So don't go to SC09 and create the transport request. So
Okay, what
use
I
the
understood
charm.
is once we create the customized transport request, there we need to enter the client number. It will automatically go to golden client
It will be visible there. It will be
visible.
visible there. Yeah, once you enter the client number and save it, so once you log into 100, it will be the transport request will be visible there.
Okay.
So what you next step is you do your changes and save it. That's all.
Okay.
Okay. Now what I mean to say is for
That,
moving the transport from one client to another client within the same server, no need to use the charm tool. Use the
okay.
transaction code SCC1.
Okay. But that request we need, where we can see that if
SC09, same
S
transaction
S
code.
S is 0.
Same. SC09 is used for creation, seeing the transports and releasing the transport. But
Okay.
once you are using charm tool,
Hmm.
okay, in SC09, it will
Hmm.
display your transport request. It will help you to release the transport request, but you should not create. Creation
Okay.
is not allowed.
Okay.
Not allowed. Even though if you are accessing, you are having access also, you should not create. You should log into charm tool and you should create. That's all.
Got it.
Because if you log into 100 and if you go to transaction code SC09 and if you create directly in the 100 server, then what will happen is there will be no link between the system and charm tool. The link will break.
Yes.
So the charm tool cannot access your request. So again you need to link this request to your charm tool. Instead of that, log into charm tool, create your transport request and go to golden client, save your changes everything through the transport request and move to unit testing client using SCC1. Okay, within the client, within the server, same server. That is the reason I am using SCC1.
Hmm.
Okay, now I want to move the changes to quality server. Here you should not use SCC1.
Hmm.
This is different server. Right?
Yes.
Now what you need to do, uh, go to charm tool.
Have to
First
complete.
release in development, go to charm tool and move the changes from development to quality. In the same way, move the transports from quality to production server.
Within the server, charm tool is not required, right?
Not required, not required.
Within the system is we can do directly using, so suppose uh, using SSC1, right?
Yes. So only these two clients you will be using SCC1. Later on for moving here to here, charm tool, here to here, charm tool. Completely charm tool only. Okay?
Yes.
Clear na? Very, very important. Very important. What I had mentioned here also. See, in development system, we have a golden client. So we have a golden client where only the configuration settings will be done. In golden client, master data, transaction data should not be created. Why you should not create transaction data, master data is, if you create transaction data, master data, if you want to do any changes, you cannot do it. Later I'll tell you one example. So in development client, another client is the testing client where unit testing will be done by the consultant and configuration will not be. So we don't do any configuration. We don't do any configuration.
Hmm.
Configuration should be done in the golden client and we move to the testing client through transport. Which transaction code? SCC1.
SEC.
Once the unit testing is completed, the configuration settings are moved to quality through transport request to perform integration testing. How we move? Through charm request. Charm tool. Sorry, not charm request, through charm tool. So end users will do this user acceptance testing with reference to test scripts. So we have test scripts now.
Hmm.
Test scripts, they will do this testing. So after testing, again the transports will go to production. So there we will go for the go live and the users will post their daily day-to-day transactions. So here everywhere you need to use Fiori apps only. Only in the golden client you will be using the IMG, that's all.
Yes.
You can mention these points in your resume also. See, I had mentioned one example. Once the project went live, daily day-to-day transactions are posted in production. If any error occurs while creating the invoice, will raise a incident or change request. They'll raise a ticket.
Hmm.
They raise a ticket. You can do R&D in your quality, but configuration you need to do in golden client. Golden client you need to do the configuration, and that changes you need to move to unit testing client.
Hmm.
Understood?
Yes.
Means you same account determination. You had received a ticket regarding the account determination.
Hmm.
An account determination in golden client, and that account determination should be moved to unit testing, and through charm tool that account determination should be moved through quality. Through charm tool that account determination will should be moved to production. Then the error will be resolved. So like you need to work. So things you need to tell in interview. So like this, I had received a ticket, I had done like this, through charm tool I had moved. Right. Hmm?
If
Next,
we receive,
every
if,
3 months
if
there will be a every 3 month data copy will be performed from production to quality. So
we,
the
so
real time data will be available in quality system for testing whenever any defect.
so if we receive ticket also we need to do these steps, right?
You need to do na.
Mm-hmm.
What I said, you will be having only display access. You have
Hmm.
only Fiori app access for all this client. You will be
Yes.
having IMG access only here.
Okay.
So if you want, you can test here the error.
Mm-hmm.
So if you
Yes.
find out the solution, then come here.
Mm-hmm.
So do your changes. Huh?
Mhm.
Then
So
move accordingly.
my understanding is here, uh, within the server, we if we need to any we need to do any changes, we have to use SSCC1. Once we log into 100, here we are doing in changes, right? Golden client.
SCC1 is used for moving the transport now.
I understood the charm tool. What
No,
about
no, no.
this?
You just repeat your question again.
If you want to move anything within the server,
Uh,
same within the same server,
mm.
so we have to log into the one client in the sense like golden
110,
client
110, 110.
110.
Mm. Okay, golden client, you need to log in. Yeah, tell. What you're saying is correct. Tell.
Golden client, there we have to create a transport request.
No, no, no. You will be creating the transport request in Jam tool, but it will be visible in golden client.
No, that is for within the server, golden to unit test.
I'll tell you one example. For example, I asked you to create some payment terms. Hmm?
Hmm.
Payment terms I asked you to create. One is
Hmm.
pay immediately, that is
Hmm.
009.
Hmm.
For example, it is 1001, and next one is 1002, 1003. I asked you to create three payment. Tell me how you will create and how you will move these to production. This is called as change request. Sorry,
Change.
service request, not change request. First you log into which client?
Golden client.
Okay, you log into golden client.
There
Then
we are using SEC1
why are you using SCC1 here?
or SSC1.
No man,
Hmm.
that's what I am saying. You log into golden client.
Hmm.
So there the transport will be available or you need to create it.
There we need to create.
So if you are creating transport after login to the client, then what is the use of charm tool then?
No, I'm telling you about within the server.
Don't get confused, man. What is that? You had received one ticket for creating
Hmm.
payment term, na?
Hmm.
Is you required one transport request, na? So the first
Hmm.
step is login to charm tool. Okay? Create one transport request. In which client you need to create? In while creating the transport record through charm tool, you need to select here 100 client.
Hmm. Hmm.
Now you log into
100.
900. Okay?
Hmm.
Here you add the transport request will be available. It will be
Hmm.
available or you need to create.
It will be available.
Then why you are saying you need to create? The transport request will be available. So you create the new payment terms. New payment terms. Payment terms and save it. Save it in the new tier. Okay?
Hmm.
This is clear.
Yes.
So now you need to do testing. So in which system you will do testing?
110 unit test.
110. So the payment terms are available in 100. It's not available in 110, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So now how you will move the transport from 110 to 100 to 110?
Using this one SSC1.
Very good. Now you need to use SCC1. So after
Okay.
creating the transport, okay, now
Hmm.
you log into 110. Okay. Now you go to SCC1, enter the transport request and click on execute. That's all.
Okay. This is within the server procedure, right? Within the
Within the
since.
server. Within the server. Now you want to move the changes from development to quality. So how you will move it?
Using charm tool.
Yes.
Yes, to
So
customize transport
first you
request.
release in
Hmm.
100 you have the transport now created through charm tool. Release the transport. Go back to charm tool. Move the transport from here to quality. From quality to production. So like this you need to do.
Okay.
Clear na?
Yes.
Any questions?
Will you explain once again this one between the server? This I understood.
What is your doubt now?
In charm tool, we need to create customer transport request.
Customizing and workbench. Anything else?
Customize anything. Later we log into client golden client.
Hmm.
There we can see in SC09 we can see the transport request.
Hmm.
There we are moving from here. We are moving to quality server, right?
Quality server you should not use SCC1. You should use the charm tool.
Hmm. Okay.
Charm tool you should use and you should move it.
Okay.
Okay? Clear na?
Hmm. Yes.
Okay, fine. So remaining we'll discuss in next class. Huh?